YouTube, what is up? It is your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com. And if you like to run the ball, then you're going to love this video because I'm about to break down the most dominant run scheme in all of Madden 25. This is a 3-play run scheme. We have different runs, different motions, and I'm going to show you guys how you can utilize all these runs against all the best defenses in the game, give you guys different setups and motions to beat every look the defense can give you. Now, we're going to talk about the single back wing stack formation, guys. This formation is very dominant running. And the best part about it is it's found in a ton of playbooks. A lot of my favorite playbooks in the game have it. Actually, my favorite one, the Colts, Indianapolis, Indy, it has it. So the three main plays we're going to look at are going to be the HV dive, the HV stretch, and the jet sweep. Now, I put them all in my audibles, and you guys see I actually have flanker spot in here too. This formation low-key has good passes. You'll see flanker spot. It's a quick corner, a good post to the tight end. PA fork has a speed out and a deep post. And then even PA double in shot has a very unique, kind of like almost arrow route and speed out to the other side. So there's definitely some dots out of this formation. And if you don't want to see the passing setups, give me 500 likes on this video. Support this video. Drop me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. But give me 500 likes on this video, and I'll drop the passing setups to go along. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come out and we're going to look at stretch first. And we're going to start with the most meta defense in the game right now, which is mid-blitz. Now, there's a few different ways we can utilize this run. It kind of depends upon if they're in man or zone, so you kind of want to identify that, and we can do that with motion. Now, you should have a pretty good idea if they're in man or zone, just from the way the defensive lines, like right here. You know, if I play the game, if you play the game a good bit, you can kind of tell this looks like a cover zero blitz, but indicates man. Now, with this formation, by the way, I would say if you have a receiver that can spin, put him where you see I have Wilson. It's very nice. But anyways, against man coverage, all we're really going to look to do is clear out one side. So what I like to do is run this to the two receiver side. So it goes to the two tight end side by default. So to change this, I'm going to flick the right analog stick to the two receiver side, which is the left, and you guys can see then it changes to the left. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this outside twins receiver, motion him across the formation. You guys can see his man follows him, which indicates man. But what this does is this just creates a gaping hole, pause, for the running back to hit. Let's take a look at the replay. So anytime they're in any sort of man coverage, this is going to kill them. Because you motion the receiver across, his defender follows him. So we're basically clearing out that left side to where, I mean, if the tackle can just block his edge defender, or the edge defender, you're going to be good. Because also against man, keep in mind, defenders in man coverage on this play, they kind of run downfield that are guarding, especially the receiver. They don't really recognize it's a run right away. So we get a good block here. We're pretty much guaranteeing ourselves a big run, if not a touchdown. Very nice, right? Now, what if they're playing zone? Well, honestly, guys, we can attack, give ourselves a numbers advantage in zone too. So like here, it doesn't really matter if they're in cover 2, cover 3, any sort of zone, we can take advantage of it. Now, what we're going to do in zone is, first of all, we need to read that this is zone. I have a pretty good idea this is zone just from looking at the defense, but again, we can know of motion. But the reason why I pretty much have a good idea this is zone is because these outside corners are lined up to the outside of my receivers and my tight ends. If you guys remember, if you take a look at this replay here against man, see how they're lined up directly over the top or even to the inside? So that's how I knew it was man. Zone, they line up to the outside. So when I see a zone, I want to use the same motion, but I'm going to do it a different way. Against zone, I'm going to keep the run to the two tight end side, but I'm still going to use the same motion. However, this time against zone, his defender does not follow him across the formation, which again, that indicates zone. So this time, we gain an extra blocker to the two tight end side with the motion because his defenders, he just does not follow him across the formation. So, you know, utilizing this motion and having a good tell if they're in man or zone, I basically give myself an advantage in the numbers to pretty much always be able to effectively run the ball, okay? Now, you know, you might get people start to get a little desperate to defend this. If you're looking to get better at Madden 25 and win more games, sportsgamers.com is the place to be. Check out my Madden VIP membership where you get access to all of my Madden 25 content all year long. You'll get access to every offensive and defensive game plan I release, all of my secret premium tips that I release every week for my VIP members, And finally, access to my VIP community with guaranteed updates all year long. Click the link in the description and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order. Let's dominate together, boys. This stretch, when they see, oh, he's pretty smart here. He knows how to read man or zone. He knows what motions to use, which side to run to. They're going to get a little press to stop this. And something I've seen a lot of people do is literally go to defenses like dollar or just something very spread out. And then they even they like to baseline. Let me actually go ahead and baseline it. But a lot of times people like to baseline because that'll keep, the DBs wide. They're hoping with the DBs wide, they won't get blocked as easily. Then even, a lot of times they'll blitz corners, and then they'll just kind of slide them out, or even whatever, try to get them unblocked. Now, first of all, we could still kind of run stretch on this, but this is when you're like, you know what? You're just completely disrespecting the middle run, right? So this is why you have dive. For situations like this, you're going to get that easy 5, 10 plus yards. I mean, you won't always get a big run like I did there. I probably got 15 there. But I mean, you can count on a good 5 to 10 against a stupid look like this. It's going to be very easy. I mean, and even if they don't do something so drastic, like maybe they don't move everybody out, or maybe they pinch their line, but still, it's just clearly you can see this is a spread out defense that is trying to basically contain the outside run. Still, though, the dive is going to be a great call. Okay? So, the dive kind of just makes them play honest, and it makes it so they can't disrespect your inside run and only load up to defend the outside run. Now, once they see that they can't really keep the defense spread because you'll run the dive, they're having problems with the stretch, this is really when desperation starts to set in. This is when you're going to see people get crazy. I've seen people try to run goal line. I've seen people run commit. I've seen people literally blitz their whole team. This is when I really liked running the jet sweep. So the jet sweep is really good in these situations because you can kind of run it two ways. First of all, you can just run it as it's designed, kind of go off tackle, maybe cut outside. You can kind of do it like that. Especially guys that want to get in goal line or just run commit. You can kind of just, like I said, just take it outside like this, hit them with a little spin move, and you guys can see, I mean, this is good yards. I've cribbed touchdowns running this jet sweep, right? So, if someone is getting just too aggressive, I actually like hitting it outside or maybe even off tackle with a spin move back to the inside. But the glitchy way to run this that is super frustrating to deal with is basically as follows. So, we're basically going to immediately, first of all, again, you kind of need a receiver that can spin here. But you're basically immediately going to take a step forward and then spin back inside. Now, I didn't really do a good job right there. I didn't get a good spin animation. But still, I got 2 yards. So this is actually a very good short yardage play. But it's better, to try to get in the open field, get a good spin. And like I said, you can get crib shots off this. But this, I mean, it definitely keeps people from getting over aggressive. Because it's big play potential, but it's also very safe. At the same time, you can get those huge touchdown runs. It's very hard to hit this in the backfield. You almost always get at least a couple yards, and it's not uncommon to be able to get 5 to 10 yards a pop with this either. So, y'all can see, this is a super annoying, look, you just spin back inside, get upfield. I got 6 yards. This is a super annoying run scheme, and it's very simple because based upon the look of your defense, I can normally tell man or zone. And then I use motions, and I have an inside run, outside run. I can run both to the left and right, and then I even have a jet sweep. So you can't really do much against this. You can imagine, once we start the pass, you're really screwed. So again, 500 likes. I'm going to break down the pass plays for y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.